Hi guys, I'm Eileen. If you're new here, this channel is all about luxury minimalism and simple living. This is the place where we enjoy beautiful things responsibly without compromising our well-being or our financial health. In the last 2 years, I've been downsizing my luxury collection a lot, and it's like one of the best things I've done for myself. I'm actually thinking to do another block sale maybe next month, but before that happens, I just want to share with you why I've been decluttering my wardrobe way more than I've been shopping. First of all, I've been decluttering so much because I decided it's time to be honest with myself. At one point, I really wanted to live a life like what I saw on social media. I wanted to look like those beautiful people who always seem to have it together. They always had the nicest outfits on, and they would unbox a brand new designer bag every 2 weeks. It took me years to realize that's not the life I live, and more importantly, I shouldn't feel like I had to live somebody else's life. The reality is I'm a working parent and I have a very busy schedule. Most days I have to rush to get everyone out the house by 7:30 in the morning, and in the evening I'll be lucky if I even have time to turn on the TV. So the way I see it, a lifestyle like this doesn't require a massive wardrobe or a very comprehensive designer bag collection. I'm not a full-time fashion blogger. I'm simply here to share some ideas and maybe a few things I enjoy using myself. So I want my wardrobe and my collection to be a reflection of that. After all, the things I pay for are supposed to support my lifestyle and not restricting it. I also feel like the more I declutter my life, the more I realize I now enjoy a simple life. I don't find as much pleasure going to the places where I used to enjoy going anymore. For example, I don't go to the shopping malls on a regular basis now. I now prioritize looking after myself way more than owning material things. For example, I like having straight and white teeth. I also invest in good skincare because I value having clear skin. I also like smelling nice, so I make sure to put on nice perfume. So for the most part, my attention is on looking after myself and attending to my well-being rather than accumulating things. In the past, if my husband offered to buy me a birthday present, I'll go for a Chanel bag or a Louis Vuitton something. But now, I'd much rather go for a nice, long, relaxing body massage. This is not to say I'll never shop again, but something has definitely shifted in the way I think, because now I place a lot less focus on chasing after material things, whether it is a sparkly diamond ring or a very popular Hermes handbag. I want to point out that even though I see a lot of values in decluttering, it doesn't mean you have to rush into selling absolutely everything in your closet. Whenever I feel like letting go of something, I like to take some time to observe the way I dress and how I make use of my pieces. And I'll do that for about 6 months just to see if I can make this item work again. Even when I'm quite sure about selling something, I will take into account the market value of this item and then wait for the right buyer to show up. Sometimes I still have to send my pieces to the consignment service, but at least I've given it a shot. This is why I think we should never spend beyond our means, because if you have to rush to sell anything, it's almost a guarantee you won't get the best price for it. That said, when it comes to selling designer items, I think in most cases, some financial loss is to be expected, even when your item is brand new, but you just want to try to minimize that if possible. Another reason I've been curating and decluttering my wardrobe is because I really enjoy the idea of creating a dream wardrobe. And I don't mean having a massive closet. I'm referring to having a small wardrobe, but in it, you have everything you enjoy wearing. I promise you, this will save you so much time and decision fatigue because everything you reach for is something you enjoy wearing. So let's say you have 10 jumpers, but you only really wear 3 pieces because the other 7 make you feel uncomfortable and you're always scratching yourself when you put them on. The way I see it, these 7 pieces don't add any values to your wardrobe. They're simply there to distract you if anything. So it makes more sense to only keep the 3 solid pieces instead. Now, I want to stress that the perfect wardrobe will look different for everyone because we are all unique individuals and we all have different preferences. So don't feel like you have to forcefully adjust your closet just because you think it has to look a certain way, just like what you've seen on social media. I also declutter on a regular basis because I realize having a lot of clutter stresses me out. There's something so refreshing about letting go of the pieces I don't use. Years ago, I thought happiness was about having a lot of nice things. They might be sitting in my closet collecting dust, but I thought at least I have them and they are mine. In fact, I had a Chanel boy flap which I only ever used once. Every time I opened my closet and I saw the bag, I would feel so guilty and even a bit anxious. It was like a constant reminder that I had just spent £3,000 on a bag which I didn't even enjoy using. This was about 5 years ago, but I still remember when I eventually sold the bag. It felt like so much weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Sometimes I get messages from my viewers saying they have a hard time letting go of their pieces, even though they know they hardly ever use those things. To that I would say, don't rush yourself, because when you're ready to let go of something, you will know. In fact, my husband doesn't really like me selling anything. I remember when I sold my Chanel boy flap, he didn't think it was a good idea, but I knew I had to do it. It was actually the very first designer item I sold, so I was really nervous and it took me a long time to come to the decision to sell it. But now I'm really glad I did it. Over the last 5 years or so, I've sold many designer items from my own collection, and honestly, I've not had any seller's remorse. I'm now more conscious about how I live my life on a daily basis. Quite frankly, I no longer want to spend all my time and money on sustaining a very large physical possession. When you have a lot of nice things, you're not just paying for those nice things, because if you look deeper into it, there's insurance costs, there's dry cleaning bill, and then there's your time and attention to look after these things. And I just feel like life is so much more than that. While I still really enjoy nice things, I don't want them to consume my life. And I can honestly tell you guys, when I'm not constantly attending to my bags and shoes, I have so much more mental space for other things in life, and I genuinely feel more alive. In the last year, I found my passion for drawing again, and it has been really nourishing for my soul. I now also really enjoy spending time in nature, and I'm just a lot more present with everything I do. It might sound cliche, but a lot of the best things in life are free, and we just need to slow down to appreciate them. In fact, don't just take my word for it. All you need to do is to take a walk in the park, feel the fresh air, and take a look at the trees and the birds, and you'll know what I mean. Another reason I've been decluttering way more than I've been shopping is because I don't want to feel like I'm being tied down to my things. Now, we don't have any plan to move anytime soon because we are really happy where we are, but I would very much like to have the option to just pack up and go one day. I mean, even if we just want to have a long break or spend the entire summer holiday abroad, I don't want to have to worry about my massive designer handbag collection at home. In fact, sometimes when I come across a very expensive jewelry or bag collection on social media, instead of feeling envious or jealous, I'm actually really glad that my collection is not nearly as large, because otherwise I really don't think I'll be able to sleep well or leave the house in peace. For some reason, not many people talk about the security issues associated with owning luxury pieces, but I think it's something we should all consider. I mean, is it really worth it to carry so much liability in your home, especially when you don't use half the things you own? if you are contemplating about downsizing your collection, I would say absolutely go for it. I'm generally so much happier, and honestly, I've saved so much money as well. You see, at one point, I really wanted a shiny walk-in closet just because that's what everybody seemed to have on social media. And we even considered moving to a bigger house because of that. Luckily, we didn't go through with it because I really don't need the extra space. All I needed was less clutter. So I think it's fair to say you might lose money when you sell your pieces, but sometimes holding on to them might cost you even more. Before I end the video, I just want to say, while decluttering comes with many amazing benefits, the most sustainable way to owning things is still to buy less. So if you already have a collection, by all means, consider decluttering. But if you're still building your dream collection or your ideal wardrobe, the answer is to be very intentional with everything you buy. And hopefully you don't have to declutter as much as I did. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Have a nice day.